Humans have been scavenging dead animals for millions of years. Before we grew livestock, we were hunter-gatherers, and before we were hunter-gatherers, we were scavengers. And we basically would find the dead animals that our larger predator had killed and eat the remains of those. It's theorized that the protein and fat from that is actually what led to the evolution of the human brain. It's a totally normal, natural thing to harvest dead animals for resources. It's not weird or gross at all. And to tell you the truth, it's a little classist to think otherwise. Which is what I tried to explain to my Tinder date when she asked why I was putting a dead raccoon in the back seat. I thought it was cool to be freegan in Portland. But I guess being thrifty gives people the ick. So, we left the raccoon on the side of the road and I never saw her again, which is a shame because she was beautiful. She had these just beautiful, luscious thighs and a nice coat. Raccoons like that are one in a million. Yeah, I'll always think of her as the one that got away. When you're a survivalist, it's really hard to find a romantic partner. You have to open your horizons. Like a few weeks ago, I saw a TikTok video that went viral. This woman, she was like, I'm looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes. And I was like, wow, that's really specific. When you're in a niche shit like me, you can't be that picky. I'm like, I'm looking for anybody, anywhere, will scrape a deer off the side of the road and spend all night butchering it with me. For some reason, I got known for picking up roadkill. I don't know why. I have been writing political discourse for years. I teach hundreds of people ancestral skills. I inspire hope and change in the world, and yet somehow I'm not known for that. I made one little mistake in being interviewed by a local paper, and now I have national news outlets calling to talk to me, to talk to the roadkill guy. I don't even pick up that much roadkill. I've only picked up 2 squirrels today. Why is USA Today calling me again? But no, I don't really pick up that much roadkill. I'm not hardcore like some people. You're kind of a poser in the roadkill scene when you're walking along and your friend cracks open the skull of a 2-week-old dead owl and sucks the brains out with a straw and offers you a sip, and you're like, I'm good. We all have to draw the line somewhere, right? I guess mine is raw braining it. I don't know. But we're a deeply misunderstood community. We have really bad PR. Let me just say, RFK is not our fucking guy, okay? We don't want him. We don't want to be associated with somebody who defiles the memory of a baby bear and throws it in Central Park for some cheap laughs. He's the worst PR disaster to happen to the roadkill community since Tom Green humped that dead moose back in the 90s. Some of you may not remember that. We will never forget, okay? But I get people's aversion to picking up roadkill. There's lots of diseases that you can get. Cryptosporidium, leptospirosis, trichinosis. There's a lot of different diseases, but it's okay. Those aren't diseases that you would have ever thought you would get on a Tinder date, right? But it's fine. You just have to wear protection. You just have to keep a pair of nitrile gloves in your back pocket, just in case you get lucky. But Giardia is one of those diseases, and more commonly, it's actually, you get it when you drink contaminated water, usually water that's been, animals are swimming around in it, pooping in it, stuff like that. Oftentimes it's a beaver. They're kind of the ones that cause it, which gives Giardia the common name beaver fever, which does sound like a disease you'd get on Tinder. But the worst of all is raccoon roundworm. At least I think it's the worst of all. And 65% of raccoons, adult raccoons in Portland, actually have raccoon roundworm, and it will kill you. It's dangerous. And it has 3 life phases. In the first phase, you accidentally somehow get the eggs, you digest them, and they go into your stomach, and it turns into a worm in your stomach. And then in the second stage, they didn't evolve to be in a human body. So they don't know what to do. They're confused. And the worms will crawl through your body to your brain and then eat holes in your brain. This is true. And the third and final stage of Raccoon Roundworm, the president will make you the head of the Department of Health and Human Services. Thank you.